welcome back to the channel. And as promised, we're doing gin cocktails, and I already gave away what is the first cocktail, and then I had the whole week to read all about it. The Martini. And then as I was reading about it, I realized that martinis deserve a series of their own, because God, there are many recipes. So you have the regular martini, the dry martini, the very dry martini, the wet martini, the upside down martini, the apple martini, the vodka martini, the coffee martini. Basically, like, any flavor you can add to it, they're gonna be a martini to it. In a very pure form, so what I also found out during my research is that, well, we talked about it during the old-fashioned introduction. The cocktails appeared basically to disguise not so well a good taste of the original liquors. When the gin was not that good, and then people started adding some little things to flavor it. And in the beginning, people were adding curacao to gin because there was no vermouth at that time. But slowly but surely, vermouth took over, and that's how we arrived to the most traditional cocktail version of martini that has vermouth as a dry vermouth as a sweetener, and of course we have a dry gin as the main component. Now, the version I'm going to make is, I think it's called Nick and Nora version. It's a version that was popularized in the 50s, 60s of the last century and is now considered a classic proportion. If you want to make a very dry martini, you take way more gin and almost no vermouth, like to the point that there's like a drop of vermouth. If you want to make an upside down martini, you take very little gin and lots of vermouth. But we are making the classic, so stay with me. It's actually quite a simple one. I don't need the glass to start with because we're going to use the shaker glass. And we're going to do 1 ounce of vermouth. And I forgot already what is where's the 1 ounce? That was here. No, that was here, sorry. What am I doing today? It's Friday. Yeah, it was here. So, there goes 1 ounce of dry vermouth. Some recipes also call for bitters, but we are doing the one without the bitters as is recommended by the book that I'm reading. And then we have our Dutch coverage, I'm really curious. And then we take 2 ounces. So, 1 ounce of vermouth, 2 ounces of this gold, silver liquid that's gonna give us some coverage for the weekend. There we go. Now we put in some ice. And we cool down the mixture. And the trick is of course not only cool down, but the ice is diluting, which smoothes a little bit the flavor of the hard liquors we have, because as you realize now, there's only alcohol in there, so basically you get a very alcoholic cocktail. Now, and of course there are all these versions about whether you're shaking it or stirring it. We are obviously stirring it. I thought I was so well prepared today, but I still forgot the strainer. And then you pick your classic martini glass and you strain the chilled down mixture. There are 2 typical traditional garnishes. One is the olive, the other one is lemon twist. Well, I'm holding the lemon, so there goes the lemon. And there you go, a very classic martini. Let's try. Oh! I think I've tried really dry martinis in the past. This tastes really nice. It has the herb flavor from vermouth, and I'm quite happy with that. It's very nicely chilled and it gets a bit of a lemony flavor from the garnish. Maybe in the future we'll do the whole martini series where I try all the 65 recipes, but for now, there is a classic.